Good.
Well, you go from one great defense to another that you're going to have to face. But what's different in the way that Baltimore does it versus Cleveland?
Yeah, I think the difference is, when you look at the two defenses, just the style of play overall. They play from more of a two-high shell versus, the Browns that like to play a little bit more man, a little bit more single-high. But overall, just as effective. They lead the league in sacks, so they're getting to the quarterback. They got some really stout guys up front, interior and edge guys. I think two of the best linebackers in the game when you talk about Roquan Smith and then Patrick Queen. Guys who are out there just flying around making plays. And then overall, just the way they play together, connected, not many mistakes. They take away big plays. I think they do a lot of things well. And so another great opportunity for us to go out there against another really good defense.
You mentioned them taking away big plays. They're averaging 4.2 yards per play, which is the lowest in the league. So what does that tell you about either having to go the entire length of the field, chipping away at communication, anything like that?
Yeah, it just comes down to what happens on game day. Obviously we got a lot of big playmakers, and so we believe that our guys, we can make plays against anybody. But they have done a great job at shutting guys down and, really keeping things in front of them. So, if we have to execute and put together long drives, then, that's what we have to do. But ultimately it comes down to, the situations in the game. I don't like to, put, anything away from us because I think we can make plays against, the best defenses in the league. We play one every single day in practice. So, we know they're going to present a bunch of different challenges. We know the game's going to be another tough game against two really good teams. And so, it's what we need at this point in the season. We need to be battle-tested, and, I look forward to this one.
What was it like seeing Jason Peters out there on Sunday, especially on that final drive and everything, and considering he's 41 years old?
Yeah, JP, he did a great job. It was great. It was great just to be able to, say I got a chance to play with him, man. Just talk about his resume, what he's done over his career. And so, what I saw from him was, exactly who he's always been. Hall of Fame tackle, in my opinion. He went out there, went toe-to-toe with Myles Garrett and whoever else they had out there, and he held his own. And more than held his own, he helped us win. And I think the biggest thing he did was on that last drive. He stepped in there, gave us a little bit of a speech, a little pep talk right before we scored, right before Jackson scored on that play. And so you talk about his veteran leadership and then just his overall play, man. He brings a lot to the table.
What was the gist of the pep talk?
He just said, his exact words were, "This is why we prepare all week. This is what we work hard for. These moments right here." And it was great in that moment. Just for him to step in there, and it was exactly what we needed. Everyone stayed poised, and it's just again great to have him on our side.
You played against Leonard Williams a couple times. What kind of player is he, and how excited are you about playing on next year?
Oh man, so excited, man. I was actually on the Jets, I believe, when he got drafted, and just being around him. And then playing against him, you get a feel for just the type of dynamic player he is. Just a problem up front, especially in the interior. And I think he does a great job, again, of just, pushing the pocket, making it hard on the quarterbacks. It's not easy when you got, the bull coming right in your face. Sorry, pause. When you got it blitzing right at you and you got to either step up right or left. So, it's just hard. It's just hard to go against guys like that in the interior, and he does a great job at, just making it tough on guys.
When you were running against him in training camp this summer, could you tell that William Oppie was different than he was as a rookie?
I could. I could. We actually got some training in together in the offseason, and you just see right away, just the improvement that he's made over the course of, from his rookie season to now. And he's still getting better. He gets better, every single day at practice. He works his butt off. He's in the weight room on the off days. He's here super early working out, and you can tell that, he's starting to hit his stride. And, he's always been, to me, a really good player. And I think, he's just continuing to get better and better each week. And he had a great training camp, turned it to a great preseason, and now to a great season.
In what ways did he look improved?
You just talk about his overall strength. You can tell he really hit the weights in the offseason. He was already a strong guy, but, he just came in looking a little bit stronger, had a little more pop to him, and, just his get off, getting off the ball. You can feel that right away in camp. He made us, I had to step up a bunch of times in the pocket, and, he was getting a lot of pressure in camp. And so we were hoping that would translate, and it's definitely paying off for him. We're just working out in the offseason down in Florida. I think he might have came down for maybe a vacation or something, but we got a chance to work out together.
Have you gotten to know Lamar Jackson at all?
Not much. I mean, a little bit. We're both South Florida guys. Both played in Broward. Always followed his career. Spoke to him a few times, but no, I wouldn't say we're close.
What's the role in the quarterback for avoiding sacks against a team like the Raiders? You said week to week.
Yeah, I think the main thing, it really starts with owning the protections. They have a bunch of different schemes that they use, and they're very, intricate in the way that they scheme up against your protection. So being able to, make the right mic calls, knowing where the hots and sights are, and then obviously getting the ball out. You want to hit your back foot, get the ball out. Don't allow those guys to work their stunts, their games, their picks, where they can affect your tackles, your guards, and get to the quarterback. So really just getting the ball out in rhythm. Throwing the ball on time and precisely. And then, if I do have to go to my third or fourth read, stepping up into the pocket, getting up and out, and not just standing back there with the ball.
Getting the ball out quickly. How big of an emphasis was that in the game plan last week against Cleveland?
It's always a big emphasis. Our offense is, timing and rhythm based, and so it's always a big emphasis for us every single week is to get the ball out. So, especially against a really good pass rush, right? So you're going to see those every single week, and it's going to be key for me and, whoever's in there to get the ball out and to be on time, and for the receivers to run their routes crisp and get to the spots on time so that we can execute properly.
Is there a general theme between, the 7 drives you guys went where you weren't able to score any points and then the game-winning drive at the end? I mean, you hear execution a lot, but what comes to mind when you kind of compare and contrast those types of drives?
Yeah, I would say, I think just overall, obviously the tempo helps, but I think overall just the third downs, that's really what will help you. You talk about those drives where we stalled out like midway through the game. We didn't succeed on third down, and so we can execute better in those situations. That gives you more chances to extend drives and to have more plays, more runs, more passes. But overall, that's really it. It's just you said it, execution. That's really what it comes down to. Obviously, they stopped us. You got to tip your hats to them. That's their job to go out there and stop us. But just overall, 1 or 2 plays here and there, 1 or 2 mistakes here and there, and I think we execute a lot better.
Obviously, those kind of situations can be frustrating when you go a couple quarters without really moving the ball or whatever. I guess what's sort of the key to then, when the game's on the line, you're able to kind of, put all that aside and just move down the field quickly like that?
Yeah, just overall, just continuing to play. You can't let the last drive affect the next one. You can't let the last play affect the next one. And so, kind of just having a short memory, putting those things behind you. The guys do a great job of always pressing forward and always looking ahead to the next play. And so, I think that was an example of that. I thought Tyler did a really good job at bringing guys up on the sideline. Just talking us through the situation, making sure everyone was calm, understanding that we were going to have another opportunity. And then, like I said, JP stepping in the huddle, saying what he said. So overall, man, I just think, as long as you put things behind you and you just keep pressing forward, you'll be able to make more plays down the line.
The touchdown that Jake scored in the first quarter, that's a play that you've run with other guys, with Jake maybe being a lead blocker. Who has to make the most adjustments? Because DK was talking about you've got a number of plays, different guys can run them. Do you have to make more adjustments to your playmakers, or do they have to adjust to you in the way that you're going to throw that ball in those routes?
Yeah, I think it's both. That's why we practice. We get all those reps, all throughout, mini camp, OTAs, training camp, in the season. So we can adjust to each other. Sometimes the route, he might get bumped off his route a little bit. I might have to adjust my throw. Sometimes I may throw the ball, throwing them open to a different spot, and they have to adjust the route in order to catch it. And so it's a tandem type of thing. We all got to work together on that. No, yeah, I agree. They're all different. I would speak to that like, throwing the DK right. He's a taller guy, really fast. So I like to throw the ball a little bit higher for him so that, he can, reach and doesn't have to bend down for it. And then you have Tyler, who's, not the tallest guy, not the biggest guy. And so typically you want to throw the ball like near his body so that he doesn't, have to take a lot of contact after he catches the ball. So there is an adjustment that you make, a subtle adjustment. But overall, man, it's just throwing and catching. Just throwing the ball so they can catch it and, trying to make plays.
How unique is Tyler's ability to make himself available in scramble situations?
He's done it his whole career. I think that's something that he does that, no one else can do, man. He just finds those open spots. He knows, exactly when to scramble, never too early, never too late. And then, that little corner back there, we got to call it Tyler's corner now because he's caught so many touchdowns back there, and he continues to just find his way back there, and somehow the ball finds him.
We've seen him not practice, or the last couple of weeks anyway, and then game day doesn't seem to, affect him at all. Is there a challenge at all keeping that kind of chemistry between you guys when he's not practicing a lot during the week? Or
There is a challenge, but I think we do a good job at managing that. And Tyler's a guy who's really smart. He knows where to go. He knows the plays. He understands defenses. So you can count on him to always be in the right spot. And the key for me is just to trust it, drop back, read it the way I'm supposed to, and then throw it to the spots that I'm supposed to. And he usually comes up with those catches. He's one of the better receivers. I've always said this in the league, and he does a great job. Regardless if he practices or not, he's always in tune with the game plan. We're always talking through things. And so when we get in the game, we're always on the same page.
The touchdown he caught, did it ever look like that when you guys practiced it?
No, not once. Not once.
On the game winner to Jackson, it looked like you got the ball out so quickly. Did you even have time to find the laces on that throw?
No, yeah, I was just trying to get it out as fast as I can. I'm not sure if I got the laces on that one.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.